Good day, dear listener, and welcome aboard the Ozma. We have an exciting show planned for you. But before we get too far, a word to the wise. Though Project Ozma is considered to be a comedy, the humor involved is known to contain swearing, allusions to sexual themes, as well as themes of minor violence. A more in-depth description of this content as well as the transcript can be found in the description. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy today's episode.
I always thought of those marriage is the end jokes as pretty awful. I mean, what's the point in even tying the knot if your life will be over after that? When before that, they force-feed you about how incredible marriage is. So the two of those ideas conflicting always seemed kinda dumb. Is what I would have said. Was I actually engaged to a lady I wanted to be engaged to? Now, though, I'm the jerk that needs that shirt. Game over. Me and my homo tendencies have gotten me into a tight spot. The only thing to do now was to go to Quinn and hope she could fix all of this.
You did what?
After my accidental marriage proposal to Mieli, I quickly excused myself to return to the one person I could count on to problem solve. As I expected, she wasn't pleased with my announcement.
How on earth do you accidentally propose to someone?
Quinn? They're aliens. My guess? That culture manual probably had some good tips and tricks.
Percy!
Look, how was I supposed to know that Mieli is so hyped for marriage? I mean, we've talked for a grand total of 5 minutes.
Where's Mieli now?
How should I know? My focus was getting my ass over to you since you're in charge of the brains in this duo.
You have made that abundantly clear with your actions today.
Hey!
You can't just leave her alone though, Percy.
Please, she's a big girl. She can take care of herself.
Percy, this isn't about her safety. She just found out she's getting married. What the fuck do you think she's gonna do? Stay quiet?
Oh, shit.
We need to go find her. Now.
Quinn grabbed me by my wrist and started pulling me back towards the ballroom. The second we pushed through the doors, all eyes fell on us.
Congratulations on your engagement.
You already know about that.
Mieli just made the announcement.
That was fast. Do you know where she ran off to?
She's by the stage.
Thanks, Nadul.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, babe.
Hello, lovely. I was just telling everyone our good news. Quinn, I assume Percy went to tell you?
She certainly did.
About that, can I talk to you for a moment? Outside?
Certainly. What is it, babe?
Well, it's just that, not that I'm not interested, it's just, I think this proposal was a mistake.
Why do you think that?
When I first approached you 20 minutes ago, my intention was just a nice chat and maybe, well, you know, someone to spend some time with tonight. Not exactly marriage.
I see.
I mean, I think you're great and all, but come on, Mieli. We've known each other for barely a day, and going straight from first meeting to marriage might be skipping a step or two.
You are royalty, are you not?
What's that? Oh, I am, but look.
Arranged marriages are common among royals on your planet, are they not?
Look, Mieli, it's not just about knowing each other. I'm a new ruler. What if Earth isn't deemed fit for independent rule? Wouldn't that put some kind of stain on your reputation to have a failure as your wife?
Oh, Persephone, I wouldn't worry so much about that. I would happily take Earth under Pars's rule. Plenty of other rulers have made spouses out of their own colonies. And as my bride, you would ensure the safety of your own people, which is not something many other rulers here could guarantee.
Mieli,
I know. You're worried about pleasing the council, but think. I will be here to protect you and your people, no matter what they might decide, and though it might be a bit vain of me to say, but Pars is beautiful, and I know you'll grow to love my planet as much as your own. Oh, you'll see.
So, how'd it go?
Oh, I fucked up real bad. What the hell am I gonna do? I'm not the ruler of anything. I can't marry her.
Well, maybe someone should have spent some time looking over the manual.
Fat lot of good it does me now. Can't we call King or something? Maybe they'd know what to do.
No, we can't.
But
I told King I could handle this, so I will.
really? Now's the time you decide you gotta impress your superior?
That's not what this is.
Then what is it, Quinn? Because we're kind of in between a rock and a hard place, and impressing your boss really shouldn't take the cake right now.
Percy, there's a lot riding on the line right now, and I'd like to remind you that this is your fault, so get off my back.
Then what's your plan?
I'll think of something.
Well, I hope you think fast, because the longer this goes on, the more fucked we'll be.
Need help getting out of marriage?
Knihak! Where'd you come from?
I heard Mieli's announcement and figured I'd come to congratulate you, but judging by your expressions, I'm guessing you didn't actually want the marriage in the first place.
No. I forgot to read the stupid manual and I accidentally proposed to her. Yeah, sure. Hilarious.
Truly, you come here without your itinerary, without reading the manual.
Look, everyone has a learning curve. Can you help or not?
Of course, I wouldn't have offered if I didn't.
Then what's your plan?
Simple. You two are married.
What?
What? Hate to break it to you, buddy, but we're not.
Of course, I know that.
So what? We're supposed to pretend to be married to scare Mieli off?
Not exactly. You see, according to the customs on Pyaz, you two would already be perceived as married, or at least married at one point.
What do you mean?
That.
A tattoo?
Exactly.
How are matching tattoos exactly going to help us get out of this mess?
I'm getting there. Tattoos or markings, as Mieli's people call them, are a symbol of marriage. You'll get your first one when you first marry a person. The process can be painful. It symbolizes the hardships of love and the union of two families. To marry someone that already has a mark when the one they were marked with is still alive says that their heart will be divided and curses the marriage.
If what you say is true, wouldn't Mieli have noticed it right away and steered clear of Percy?
She likely assumed it was a birthmark of Earthlings. I don't think anyone aboard the ship has seen your kind in person before.
Then how'd you know it wasn't?
I'm smart.
Wow, ease up on that high horse, buddy. There's one problem.
And what's that?
We just told Nadul and Ampol that we are in no way in a relationship.
Oh. Yikes.
Yeah, so that might cause a bit of conflict.
This is why you need to start thinking before you talk.
Okay, I know you're mad, but being mean to me isn't going to fix it.
She is right, though.
I get it. Lesson learned. But let's decide what to do now.
I think you're gonna be alright with the tattoo theory.
What? Why?
Because it's not exactly approved of to be married to your guard. So it could be looked upon as though you were simply trying to reinforce the platonic relationship you've been lying about this entire time.
That could work. We would still have backlash from them, but at least it would be a cleaner cut from the engagement rather than starting a fight.
Now you better get on it. If Mieli tells any more people, there'll probably be an actual wedding aboard the Ozma. Good luck.
We should keep an eye on that boy. I don't trust how he appears out of thin air.
Knihak? He's harmless.
Maybe.
What makes you say that?
He's curious and enjoys learning too much about all of us here. Who knows what he could discover about us? How did he know we didn't have the itinerary?
Probably because my dumbass was asking him stuff at every turn. And, like he said, he's smart.
Yeah, maybe. Just keep an eye out, okay? I'm beginning to think we might need to get a little political here and form allies sooner the king was ready to.
What was that?
Well, we have plans for after this Ozma meeting, of course, but that's if we make it through this week without fucking it up.
Valid. I probably should go handle Mieli. Care to join me, my love?
Just go clean up your accidental proposal so we can put this whole thing behind us.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Don't salute me, you fucking weirdo.
Can't help it when you're some kind of super secret soldier spy. If you will.
Just get out of here.
So back into the ballroom I went, with a little help from Quinn's foot on my backside. I looked around to try to find my wife-to-be-not, finally spotting her with her guard, looking incredibly happy. And now I was going to crush that. Hey, Mieli.
Hello, love. I was just talking to Duri about how we should go about our wedding.
I believe that you'd be best to get married back on Pyres. You and your guard would be welcome to join us in our pod so you could return with us for the wedding.
There won't be a wedding, Duri.
Persephone, sweetheart, what are you talking about?
Mieli, there was a misunderstanding earlier.
I thought we discussed it, and everything is fine.
There was one other thing I forgot to tell you about.
And what is it?
This mark.
Your birthmark.
This isn't a birthmark. It's my marking that I share with Quinn.
Excuse me?
What exactly are you implying, Persephone?
That, according to your standards, I'm already married. This wedding can't happen. I'm really sorry, Mieli.
You're sorry?
I didn't want to hurt you.
I don't think you can even comprehend what you've done.
Miss, maybe it'd be best if we took this outside.
You came on to me. It wasn't the other way around. You proposed to me and have, for some reason, forgotten to mention that you're married to your guard.
Well, not exact.
You could have started a war back on Pars. If I'd brought you home...
Then aren't you glad I told you?
You shouldn't have proposed to me in the first place.
Mieli, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand completely.
I didn't even know I was proposing.
Come, Duri. This earthling will be no ally of ours. I hope the council sees you for the shit leader you really are. Duri, let's go.
The ballroom had fallen eerily silent as everyone had heard our fight. What's worse, my admittance to not knowing what I was doing. Glancing around the room, I saw many looks of disgust, some snickering. I had a lump in my throat and a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. That could have gone a lot better.
Project Ozma is a Goose Thunder Network-produced podcast. Today's episode, Marital Mess, was written by Molly Rae and Megan and edited by Ylva, with sound editing by Megan. Music was composed and performed by Benny James. The voices you heard in today's episode in order of appearance were Allison as Percy, Petra as Quinn, Philomena as Nadul, Emma Currans as Mieli, Owen as Knihak, and Sarah Brown as Duri. Want to continue to stay up to date on all things Ozma? Follow us on Tumblr at Project-Ozma, on Instagram at Project Ozma Podcast, or on Twitter at Project Ozma.